17K, at 18K. Don't feel like that, because listen, there are going to be so many opportunities. We haven't even went into the true mania, okay, of alts, and alts is the biggest opportunity. It's not Bitcoin. Then you do see something like Hex. Let me know by the way, guys, if we have some Hex fans in the chat. If you look at Hex, it's up also over 100% over the past 30 days. This is the kind of place that is going to be way more common, and it's not necessarily that you need to look at these particular coins. I'm just showing you examples of great performance in alts, way better than Bitcoin, and Bitcoin hasn't even done a lot.
What is up, Hexicans and Pulsinators? Welcome back to another video. I wanted to lead with that clip of Ivan on Tech talking about Pulsechain and Hex. Hex has had a tremendous week, dipping a little bit now, but up about 50% over the past week. That monthly chart looks bad, but yeah, you can see Hex has had a great week. And whenever Hex pumps, you start to see influencers like this talking about Hex. Now keep in mind, this guy Ivan on Tech has a YouTube channel with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And did he sacrifice for Pulsechain? You bet he sacrificed for Pulsechain. The reason a lot of these influencers, in my opinion, aren't talking about Pulsechain, like Carl on the Moon, Ivan on Tech, Crypto Face, these people with hundred thousands of followers, it's the polarization of Richard Heart. And it's not that they don't believe in the project or Richard Heart, but their full-time incomes come from these hundreds of thousands of followers. So when they talk about polarizing people like Richard Heart, polarizing projects like Hex and Pulsechain, it may not be ethical, but it hurts their bottom line. So you got to understand where they're coming from. But it's good to see Ivan on Tech talking about Hex and Pulsechain. I want to leave you with a clip of the old interview with Richard Heart and Ivan on Tech, only from about 4 months ago, not too far. But guys, keep in mind, markets are about rewarding the patient and penalizing the impatient. Someone sold 30 million X tokens for 1.3 million US dollars. Doesn't sound like a bad deal, right? $1.3 million. But when you think about the all-time high for Hex, this is $15 million. So maybe it was staked, maybe it wasn't. But I just wanted to leave you with a reminder that the market is a long-term gain. When we're in these bear cycles and there's a lot of panic and your portfolio is not going up, that's when the impatient like to sell, and that's when the smart people buy. All right, so I just wanted to have a reminder for that. And leave your answer in the comment section below about this. I have a question for you guys. Would you rather see Hex pump to 15 cents or see a Pulsechain launch? And I can tell you right now, there's no way in heck Pulsechain's going to Hex is going to 15 cents in the short term. Hopefully I'm wrong. I pray that I am wrong. The reason I say that is because Richard Heart has been calling for 11K Bitcoin, 12K Bitcoin for a while, right? We're seeing a little bit of a relief pump on Bitcoin. However, that's what it is, a relief pump. I still believe we're going to see lower lows on Bitcoin. In Hex's next target, if you really want to pray for a price on Hex, pray for 7 pennies. If it breaks 7 pennies and holds that, maybe you go to 15 pennies. But in the short term, there's not enough time for Hex to get to 15 pennies. Now, in the past, Hex has had insane price performance, and I could totally end up biting my words. But I'm going to be honest with you, if you're looking at targets, I think it's probably 7 cents. But let me know, would you rather see a Pulsechain launch or a Hex pump to 15 cents? I think a Pulsechain launch would boost Hex way above 15 cents. A lot of the Hex price action from the past week, I think, is Richard Heart giving out these updates on the technical stuff behind it. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And now for a great gem from Richard Heart, talking about Pulsechain and with Ivan on Tech, the guy from the beginning of the clip.
Cost and mad gains. That's all they fucking care about. And they should care about security, but they don't. So I care about security, but they're stupid. They don't care about security. But they do care about costs and mad gains. And so the fork, the upgrade of Ethereum from proof of work to proof of stake. This is probably our alarm for our call. Lol. Yeah, so the upgrade of Ethereum from proof of work to proof of stake, it did not include some things that people thought it would include. So they thought it would include cheaper fees. Wrong. You do not get cheaper fees. They thought it would include higher throughput. Wrong. You do not get higher throughput. You just get miners getting paid less. Now they're called validators. They get paid a lot less. They don't blow up the environment. I like that. It's awesome. I think it's great. And so that, like, the core claim to fame for Pulsechain is that you want cheaper fees, we can give you that. You want higher throughput, we can give you that. You want free new coins you might get rich on, we can give you that. And that's what people want, and that's what Pulsechain gives. And the upgrade of Ethereum from proof of work to proof of stake, it just removes negative externalities from the whole crypto ecosystem. It makes it easier for the price to go up. It's good for everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And I also believe in just-in-time security. Like, if people start kicking doors down and being dicks about the number of validators, then there will be more validators, and it will get fixed just in time.
So how do you fix that? Because like with Polygon and Binance, you have many issues, and they also want to have more throughput and lower fees and the mad gain coins.
I don't know why they want more throughput. Like, it's like the throughput's enough. The fees are cheap enough. Like,
well, compared to ETH, that's their claim to fame, to be cheaper and faster, and also have different coins that perform well. Like you said, with getting the coins that moon. That's how Binance Chain became big, because many of these coins that mooned a lot, meme coins, were on Binance Chain, and Polygon the same.
Because it was just cheaper. It was just cheaper. You know, you want to launch a new coin. Like, do you want to pay a $30 penalty on every transaction when Ethereum was really busy? No, that sucks. Like, oh yeah. You can on-ramp users to your new ecosystem, but there's a $30 penalty for every single one of them.
So how do you achieve a similar result, but in a decentralized manner? And like you say, with just-in-time security, is that your different approach from Binance Chain, for example? What's your plan?
Well, originally, if you look in our testnet now, that's a Parelia consensus Binance Chain fork with system state from Ethereum. It's been working fine for a very long time. But we know where the bugs are. And so it's not fine enough for us. And so we didn't really know whether the Ethereum guys would ever actually get the merge done, because they delay as hard as anybody. You know, software is a world of delays. There's no such thing as like software launched in time. I've never seen it. And I've never seen accurate estimates as when software will be completed either. And I've never issued any. And I've never been issued any. So you couldn't rely on when the merge would actually happen. But once the merge actually did happen, then it made a lot of things useful and valid that were not valid and useful previously. So now you've got a lot of audits on the Ethereum merge staking consensus code stuff, much more so than you have on the Parelia stuff. And so it's a superior consensus, and it supports more validators. Now, because people are stupid and they don't care about their own security and don't care about holding their own keys, give their keys to other people to like stake on their behalf, which is tragic. It could be the case because the ecosystem of people that participate in things that I talk about have been educated about the importance of holding your own keys, that we may just have a more broad validator pool. Or it may be the case that because our unit price is so much cheaper per coin, that it's so much more affordable to get 32 ETH